secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed, yeah. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it, yeah. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt, they try to bring me down. See me winning, you ain't like me.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, all right? Now, I got two builds that I'm gonna make for you for these center builds. I'm gonna have a straight inside and I'm gonna have a popper. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to watch this video all the way through. If you skip around, you're gonna miss some really, really good viable information. So I strongly suggest you pay attention or you're gonna mess up on a lot of VC coming out in 2K23, okay? So I've been stressing in all these videos, like, listen, you cannot bring 2K22 mindset into 2K23, and that's gonna be the same when it comes to the bigs, right? There's a lot of shuffling around to how bigs are going to be viable in NBA 2K23. So please listen closely, okay? So center or power forward, doesn't matter, kind of how it is now. Doesn't matter if you go center or power forward. Pick whatever position you think that you like, right? I'm gonna go center because I said in its thumbnail I said center, so I'm gonna make it center, but you can go power forward, but it's not gonna change anything as far as your badges or anything like that, okay? So here's the big kicker. This past season, a lot of centers were short, okay? Too short, okay? But they were short because that's just how the game was made. But again, with authenticity of this game, and just to make the game a little more balanced and to be able to have just more viable builds in the game and to have some bigger builds, to me personally, 6'10 and 6'11 is going to be the new wave, okay? For a lot of things. One, because again, 6'10 and up is going to give you all the contact dunk animations. But we talked about Bully for the past couple days, but now we're going to talk about Paint Master, okay? Paint Master basically makes you like Shaq, right? If you know Shaq, when he gets little guys around him and he just starts tossing them like they ain't nothing, that's what you're gonna get, right? Now, we all know like little guards are no longer blocking bigs. Like, it's not happening, okay? If a little guard is on a center under the basket, all that, you know, spamming triangle, getting those lucky blocks, that ain't happening. If a center is on you, he's gonna dunk that ball and he's gonna throw you under the basket, all right? I'm telling you. So you wanna go 6'10 to 6'11. Me, after a while going back and forth, 6'11 thinks is gonna be the best bet for me. So I'm gonna go 6'11. Now again, I wanna put this out there that the builder is a lot different. It's the same concept, but I cannot make obviously the identical build for 23. It's gonna be some slight differences to attributes and stuff, but this is the core of the build, okay? With my weight, right? I'm going 229 pounds, right? And I'm gonna tell you why in a second. So I went 229, and then of course, I maxed my wingspan all the way out. So the reason why I did that is because of a couple things. One, you wanna make sure you have 70 strength. That's very important for the Paint Master badge. You wanna have that 70 strength to at least be able to get gold Paint Master. And then of course, the 70 speed is still viable enough for my 3v3 and my rec players and that type of deal. It's a really good viable type height. And then the steal is going to be there. Offensive defensive rebound. Trying to go Hall of Fame is just something to me that I decided, like, nah, I'm not really worried about the Hall of Fame badge. Gold is good enough. But because again, you're trying to make the perfect build where it comes to where most of the time this build is going to be valuable at. Gold is good enough, right? So this is an inside center, by the way. I want to put that out there. This is an inside center, okay? So this is the inside center version. Now, what we're doing here is that we're maxing out the close shot. And the big one here is because you want to make sure you get Grace Under Pressure. Grace Under Pressure is a really OP badge, okay? So if you don't know about Grace Under Pressure, you definitely want to make sure you take that in consideration for 2K23. Very viable badge here. Basically, it's just like anything within, like, I think it's just standing shot out to 10 feet. So basically, out to 10 feet, it's a guaranteed bucket, right? Trust me, you want to have that, right? Max out your driving layup so you can be able to get the long athletic layup package. You want to make sure you get that. And then, of course, you want to go ahead and get the 80 driving dunk. That's going to give you all the elite contact dunks, okay? So you want to make sure you have that. And, of course, you want to have the 99 standing dunk because that's going to give you the posterizer, okay? So it's going to give you the posterizer, and it's going to also give you up to, I think, silver on Paint Masher, all right? But the rest has to be evolved into strength. So strength, again, once again, it's pretty dope that strength has that much value beforehand. And I know all the people in the comment section in previous bets like, oh, well, strength is always in this. Strength, no. Strength, this is the first year that strength actually is going to have some type of contribution to viable badges. If you want to have certain badges, you need to put it into strength. That's what I'm talking about when I say strength is really going to matter this year, because beforehand, you can just go ahead and get these badges without strength. But now in order to get Bully, Paint Masher, which are really 2 badges that are implemented this year that was put a lot of time and effort into making sure slashers and finishing at the basket was viable this year, again, you got to go with strength. So that's what I'm talking about. Now, even though this is the inside, we're going 81 on the mid-range shot. And because for me personally, I always want to have a build that can shoot, okay? So even though I'm technically a true inside, and again, shooting is extremely hard compared to 22. So again, it's kind of like in between 21 and 22. So basically what I'm saying is that it's not as hard to shoot like it is in 21, but it dang sure ain't as easy as it was in 22. So you want to make sure you're right in between in that sweet spot, okay? Then on your free throw, I'm going 82 on the free throw. This is because obviously this is going to be a good build for Rec Pro-Am, but if you're just a pure park player, you can put that attribute somewhere else. Now, you want to go 85 with the pass accuracy here. Now, because we all know how important passing is, but Bullet Passer is no longer in the game. So this pass accuracy is tied into everything. The speed, the accuracy of the pass, but also the animation of the pass, right? And again, the animations can be really, 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 really demoralizing if you do not have pass accuracy. So you want to make sure you get the pass accuracy on this. And it's kind of dope because even this year, a lot of people put pass accuracy in because they want to have Bullet Passer. Well, now you need to have the same amount because your build's literally going to be trash. You're not going to be able to pass the ball. It's going to get intercepted so much, okay? Interior defense, I'm going 90, okay? Now, I'm going 90 because I just want to make sure that I have that next tier of where, you know, like, each thing kind of goes from 80, 85, 90. Like, there's thresholds, okay? You want to go to that 90 threshold with this interior defense. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking, like, yo, is interior defense going to be good this year? Is interior defense going to be good this year? Interior defense is going to be insane this year. And it's going to be especially insane to the actual really, really good IQ centers that know how to jump at the proper times. Really, like, now when you jump, you see the hand comes up, it's going to, like, right to the ball. You're going to get some really good block animations. There's a ton of different block animations. Just interior defense has been revamped. And I know that's been a big focus on the dev team, is to make sure that defense is going to be great. We talked about the lockdown in the previous video. Now we're talking about interior defense. You want to make sure you have that. And it's going to be really, 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 really important this year to have interior defense. So basically, there was times where, like, centers were not even putting interior defense on. If you do that, you're going to really, really, really regret that. All right. As I think I have my Siri trying to talk to me. Okay, cool. So then perimeter defense, I went 68. And the only reason why, okay, and this is another thing, all right? The reason why I say 6'10", 6'11" is going to be the wave is because mismatch expert is deadly, okay? Basically, if you get the switch, we all know that smaller guards are going to be viable, but they're only going to be viable in pick and roll this year, right? They're not going to really get to the basket. But if they get the pick and roll and these guards have mismatch expert, which is now a playmaking badge, a lot of people don't know this, but mismatch expert, not only does it, you know, allow smaller guards to break down taller defenders, the part of breakdown is like literally, it's ankle breakers, it's stuns. right? So really I'm doing 68 just for the lateral quickness, but the whole plan is, yo, like if you get that switch, you want to make sure that lockdown gets back immediately, because now the punishment is going to be a lot harder. The punishment is going to be a lot greater, right? If you don't have that, okay? Then we're going to go max out the steal, and that's just for the interceptor. And then we're going to go 97 because we want to make sure we get anchor. So this year it's called anchor. And we all know that new badge, which is anchor. And you want to be able to have that because that's going to give you some really, really dope animations. So I know this year, you really, like, you know, having Hall of Fame rim protector really didn't give you anything differently, but this year you can get some really dope animations exclusive to the anchor badge. So you want to make sure you get that to Hall of Fame. And then of course we're going to go 95 to our offensive defensive rebound. That's just going to give us rebound chaser because you need 99. But at the same token, this is going to be a really good viable build. Now we're going to max out our speed, our acceleration, our strength, again, as you see, right at 70, right? Because that's going to give us the Hall of Fame paint masher. And then you want to go 82 on the vert, and then you want to go ahead and max out the rest for 93, okay? So this is what you're seeing right now, 30, 11, 12, and 35. As you can tell, it's going to be a really good finisher around the basket. 81 mid-range shot to be able to shoot in the mid-range really well. You definitely want to make sure you have 83 ball or 80 mid-range up or higher to be able to shoot consistently. 85 pass accuracy, the defense is insane, and the 6'11 big man contact dunks, etc. I went with paint intimidation, again, really focus on the paint, and then I went with stuff blocks, okay? So that's what I went with, those two. And this is what you get. You get the two-way facilitator, okay? So again, I gave a lot of information there. Hopefully you digested that. Now I'm gonna go over and show you the popper, right? The stretch, how that's gonna be dope. So let's head over there right now. All right, so now we're looking at the stretch, right? This is gonna be the stretch or your popper, okay? Again, I went center, but you can go power forward with this. I'm not gonna be as long-winded with this one because we kind of already went in detail with the actual inside, but if there's something that stands out, I will talk about that. With the popper, I'm going 6'10". And the reason I'm going 6'10", because I want to make sure I got an 83 ball. Again, shooting is a lot harder. So you're going to want to make sure you have a really good shooting build. Now, you know, and again, like I said, it's not like 21 shooting, so don't get scared about that. If you know how to time your shot and you're pretty confident in it, you should be okay. But you're not going to be okay shooting with like a 70 or a 72, 73, 75. Like, I really think that 80 threshold is what you really want to shoot for, because it's just, you just don't want to miss shots like that. And again, you're going to miss shots this year because, again, like I said, 2K22 was all about the openness of a shot and whether or not it went in. That's why a lot of whites win with sniper, blah, blah, blah. But this year, it's all about the timing of your shot. So even if you're wide open, it does not change the fact of if you don't time your shot properly, you're going to miss it. Where in 22, we saw a lot of long arms, anything like that go in because they're wide open. So keep that in mind. You got to be able to make sure you time your shot. Picking your jump shot this year is going to be very important, okay? We're going to go 238 with the weight, and then we're going 7'4" because that's going to get us right at the 83 ball, okay? Body type doesn't even matter. And then kind of the same premise here. We want to go 84 because we want to go right at there, as you can see, to get that gold grace under pressure. And then we want to max out the driving layup, and we want to max out the driving dunk, and we want to max out that standing dunk. So there's a lot of things that are different this year. I wouldn't even imagine about putting on my close shot, but close shot is going to play a huge thing this year because, again, grace under pressure is so OP, and also because interior defense is so much better. So if you're a center and you roll to the basket as a popper and you don't have close shot and that type of deal, don't expect to hit the shots because you're not going to hit a lot of your shots. I'm letting you know that right now, especially if you have somebody that has Hall of Fame anchor in the paint. It's not going in, all right? We're going to go 65 on the mid-range because it's not all about the mid-range. It's really about the three ball. I know some people might be a little weary of that. You can try to get it up more if you want. But again, like I said, I'm either shooting threes or I'm dunking the ball. I'm kind of playing like modern day basketball. That's the whole mindset. I'm not going to risk shooting a 15-foot jump shot. It's not going to happen. I'm either going to roll to the basket, close to the basket, within 5 feet and score, or shoot a three-pointer. If your game style is a little different, then of course adjust it accordingly, okay? Again, I'm going to put my free throw on 78, and then my pass accuracy again to 85. We spoke about that. And then my interior defense right at 86 because I want to make sure I still get that anchor this time just on gold. And then I want to max out my perimeter defense to 72 and my steal. Remember, perimeter defense, lateral quickness, that's great. 72 is not high enough. You're going to get cooked if you get put on the island by a guard. We talked about that already. So just understand and accept that you're going to get broken. You're going to get everything that you deserve as a center that's guarding like Allen Iverson, right? It should not happen. Like, you shouldn't have to worry about even trying locking that up. So make sure your center gets, your guard or your lockdown gets back in on defense. Again, we want to go 97 on the block for the anchor badge. We're going 91 to get the gold rebound chaser. And then, of course, here we're maxing our speed, our acceleration. Again, going right to that 70 threshold to make sure we get that paint masher on Hall of Fame. We want to get 80 vert for, of course, to be able to get the elite big man contact dunks and elite dunks. And then, of course, the 90 stamina. Okay, so this time we're looking at 27, 17, 12, 33. I want to stress again, you're not going to get anything close to these type of badge points on 23. So don't even worry. Don't even think you're getting this many. You're not. All right. And also you have core badges that you have to work towards to get. So a lot of these badges, you're not even going to be able to get because you're going to have to earn them and work for them, which I think is actually pretty dope this year. You're just not going to get badges and that type. You have to work for them and do some type of achievements for them. So I think that's pretty cool. But this is what we're looking at here. And then again, I went with paint intimidation and I went with spot up precision. But again, you do have the glass. But again, like I said, shooting and interior defense is definitely what you want to have on this build. So that's what I went with. And then this build actually comes out to a versatile paint piece. All right. So there you have my nephews and nieces, man. Again, once again, Unks is putting you on game. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, just make sure you drop a like, you subscribe to the channel, and as usual, your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with a banger. You know, when I say back soon with a banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.